And now the news is brought to you by bcnmedical.es. Medical care in your language.
I'm Spencer James. A general strike by pro-independence campaigners in Catalonia has caused travel chaos across Barcelona. The demonstrators were protesting against the jailing of ousted Catalan officials and activists by the Spanish government. More than 60 roads and highways were affected by the strike, and dozens of local and national railway lines were also disrupted. Many smaller shops were closed due to the strike, but larger shops and stores and businesses were open as normal. Meanwhile, the Constitutional Court has annulled the unilateral declaration of independence that was declared by the Catalan Parliament on the 27th of October. In other news, 3 people have been killed in Murcia after a series of unconnected fights. 2 died after a family row descended into violence using guns in the Plaza de los Derechos Humanos in Cartagena. 2 people were fatally shot in the fight, which occurred shortly before 4 p.m. A 47-year-old man died in another fight in Aguilas after being stabbed during a large fight in the town centre. 2 people were seriously injured during that brawl. Policia Nacional and Guardia Civil have launched investigations into both fatal fights. And locally, an illegal fish processing factory has been closed by health and agriculture inspectors. Over a tonne of fish, including protected species of tuna, were discovered in the underground complex. 2 people have been charged in connection with the raids. To sign up to daily news alerts and for the latest breaking news, log on to EnglishRadioNews.com. That's the latest from the ERN newsroom. You're up to date. A cloudy start to the day across Barcelona with highs of 13 degrees, lows of 5 degrees, brightening up as we move towards the afternoon, clouding over in towards the evening. The good news is tomorrow looks set to be brighter, warmer and sunnier, and then towards the weekend, temperatures back up to the seasonal averages, in fact even slightly above that, up to 19 degrees on Sunday. For a full 5-day forecast and everything where you are, EnglishRadioNews.com/weather.
And that was the news brought to you by bcnmedical.es. Medical care in your language.
Barcelona City FM. It's 5 o'clock and you are listening to Shameless Exposure with Alex Lebron. And how you been? I hope you've been good this last week. Because, you know, the weather last Sunday was an amazing day. Amazing. And I think it was the last summer day. So I hope you packed your bags, whoever you are, because the cold is coming. The winter is coming. And coming up next, I have a really packed show for you today. We have a good 2 hours. We're going to jam out. We're going to hopefully maybe sing a little bit. And I'm going to talk to a very, very nice friend. So you stay tuned and don't you dare tune into anywhere else. You're going to stay here with me for 2 hours. But my guest today, I'm not going to disclose who it is, not just yet, because it's it's one of those things you have to have in your mouth and then let it simmer around a bit so you can feel the taste, right? So I'm going to plug a little bit. When I was living in California, I got to know some incredible people and musicians. And they had a band called Big Tree, and it was the big sister of one of the singers in my band. It was his big sister, and they had a band called Big Tree. And this band you're about to hear, they are very, 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 very similar to the band of my guest that I have in my studio today, whom you don't really know who it is yet. So, keep that in your mouth, let it marinate for a while, and until then, you're listening to Shameless Exposure with Alex Lebron on Barcelona City FM, and we're gonna enter this with some Big Tree and Runaways.
I dreamt the world went up in flames, and there you were calling my name. I took your hand, you took my face. We kissed and then we left this place. We're runaways. We're runaways. hearts. We found a home and built a nest, and prayed that someday we'd forget. We're runaways. We're runaways. Climb the mountain, sing it out. I'm gonna build my home here. Climb the mountain, sing it out. I'm gonna lay my head here. Climb the mountain, sing it out. I'm gonna build my home here. Climb the mountain, sing it out. I'm gonna lay my head here. My heart here. My head here. My heart here. My head here. My heart here. My head here. My heart, my head, let's go, we said. 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 Climb the mountain, sing it out. I'm gonna build my home here. Climb the mountain, sing it out. I'm gonna lay my head here. Climb the mountain, sing it out. I'm gonna build my home here. Climb the mountain, sing it out. I'm gonna lay my head here. My heart here. 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 My head here. My heart, let's go.
My heart, my head, let's go, he said. Welcome back to Shameless Exposure on Barcelona City FM with Alex Lebron in the studio. And I just played a super nice jam. That was Big Tree from San Francisco, or more exactly, San Rafael, outside of San Francisco in California. Sunny, beautiful California. And right back into it, people. I told you that I had a little surprise today. That's why I played that song, because let's see when that was. Saturday. Thank you for the help. You're about to hop in this directly, huh? She can't wait. She's sitting on eggshell. It was last Saturday, and it was my beautiful and very talented friend Frida, aka Pedis. You should check her out on Instagram. Her paintings are amazing. And they had an art exhibition combined with this kind of a culture event with music, and it was cheap beer, always good with cheap beer, and the art. And I was lucky enough to run into this amazing girl who happened to be the lead singer in one of the groups I was witnessing, and they sounded quite alike Big Tree. So, without further ado, I want to introduce Frida Walala. Hey! You were like, when is this guy done?
Yeah.
I want to come on the radio.
Start.
So how you been, my friend?
Oh, I've been awesome.
Yeah?
Great days.
So good to have you here.
After the storm, everything just went boom.
Storm? Oh,
The
yeah,
storm, the
that
Saturday,
night.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
After the performance.
For all you listeners, Frida and her band were actually on stage doing their groove, just amazing me when I got there with my dog. And I think it was a good 2.5 hours later, it was just coming down, okay?
Yeah.
My God, it was a monsoon. One of those Barcelona rain that you can't get out of, but, you know, it's all about the love, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, welcome so much to my show, Shameless Exposure.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's indeed what we're going to do today. I'm going to expose you shamelessly for 2 hours.
Damn.
You stepped into the snake pit, girl.
I'm ready. Let's do
Good,
it.
good. So, tell me, you are Frida Walala.
Yes.
And you are a singer, artist, musician, and all that beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
What else do you do in life?
Well, I do everything that has to do with art,
Oh,
mostly.
nice. Good start.
But yeah, you know, I always loved dancing.
Yeah, you're a dancer as well?
acting. Yeah.
Cool.
I did musical theater also, like for 5 years.
Oh, really now?
Yeah.
Like a study in a school or something?
Yeah, with the school. I was in this art academy.
Yeah?
And we were doing musical theater. At the same time, I was learning music theory and everything about it.
Yeah?
also I was in jazz dancing classes, so
Oh,
I
damn,
was
look at
doing
you.
pretty.
You're like a
Pretty lot of things.
triple threat, so they say. You can dance, sing, and act.
Yeah.
I've been trying. I can't really claim that I'm an actor. Some people say I'm good. Some people say I'm shit. I just don't know. I just like doing it.
All right.
So
I
if you-
think you might be good because
Oh,
you
yeah?
have this nice attitude
What makes
and
you say that?
confidence.
Yeah, now I want to hear.
I think it's about confidence, you know,
Oh,
and like knowing who you are. When you know who you are, then you know you can be anyone else because it's like.
interesting, because I have no clue who I am. I'm still looking, you know, because I'm adopted. And when you're adopted, there is a lot of questions that you have in life, and a lot of those, for me, is not answered yet. So I'm still
Yeah.
looking, but thank you, though.
But I mean, more than knowing exactly and having everything figured out already, I think it's more about being comfortable in your own shoes. And I think you are pretty comfortable in your own shoes.
Oh, look at you!
Like, you have this nice vibe, so
Thank you. I do what I can, likewise.
yeah, I mean, like, we all have questions, you know, about like who we are, where do we come from,
Right?
where are we going to, but at the end, like,
Yeah?
we're just trying to do our thing and just live.
Oh, you sound religious. Am I right? Am I right?
I'm not religious.
It's not a hidden Bible under the pillow every night?
No.
No, maybe we can find our path without that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's good enough. So, I'm very interested because I really, really liked what you guys were doing on stage. Where is that inspiration from? Where do you draw your motivation and inspiration when you musicalize, so to say?
Well, it's just about having this moment where you just jam and play around. Like,
Yeah?
you just let it go. And I always wanted to combine different genres and different styles and see where that will take me.
Yeah.
You know, because I really like different bands and music that's very different. So
Have you
thought
been
I
playing
would-
in many bands?
Well, yeah, I used to have a girls band actually.
Oh, really?
It didn't last long because we were like 6 girls and
Yeah?
You
That's
can
interesting
imagine.
because a couple of weeks ago, I actually had a girl from Iceland who lives here in Barcelona, and she's in a hip hop collective. And there, I think there were 15 girls. But when they perform, there are like 10 to 12 or something. But in the collective, there are 15 girls. So to tie that into something, because you have both experiences, so you can speak about both sides of the coin. What is the pros and cons with being a part of an all-female group compared to, you know, the mixed group?
yeah. Well, I don't know. Like when you have like this nice connection with your girls, then it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think you can do amazing things because you are all like together. And I don't think it's a thing about like there are girls and that's gonna be a problem, or it's only boys and that's a problem. No,
Right.
it's not like a genre
No,
thing.
I mean,
but
it's
like,
a character thing. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole.
yeah,
period.
exactly. And I don't know, like we had so much fun. It
Yeah.
didn't work because the bassist moved to a different city.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other guitar player moved to a different city. So that was when everything like just
But did they
split.
move to like pursue other musical things, or was it just like, nah, I'm done with this?
Well, I was like always composing my own songs. Like
Yeah.
I was always into music. But after that, I wasn't into any other band. I was just like doing my own thing, and until now that we got this new band
That's great.
with these guys.
And how long have you guys been playing?
Oh my God, it's just starting. Like
Yeah? Are we
barely,
talking, like,
barely
days?
a month, you know?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You sounded good.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
sound really good.
and I think it's about that. Like, we connected since the first day. It's funny, even the way I met these guys. 'Cause-
Tell me. That's
Okay,
exactly
yeah.
what I was gonna ask. You're too quick for
Perfect.
me. Girl.
Oh, sorry.
Ouch.
Okay, I'll go slower.
Yeah.
So, so I met the producer, and we were talking about this, like the whole project in the future. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to find musicians, maybe in my school, because I studied music production here.
Yep.
So I thought maybe there will be cool musicians that want to play with us.
Probably.
Or maybe we can just ask around the musicians we already know. And then there was this app called Vampr, or I don't know how to pronounce that.
The social media for musicians.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
like
that in my
Tinder
Instagram.
for musicians.
Tinder for musicians.
Yeah,
Exactly. Oh shit, and you tell me that worked.
Yeah, it worked. Like,
Wow.
I've never used even Tinder, you know? But I was like, okay, let's
Look at me. I'm gonna
give
look
it-
into your eyes.
Like,
Are you lying to me?
I'm not lying to you. That's why I was so amazed it worked, you know?
Wow.
Because it was like, wow, this really is a helpful thing, you know?
Yeah, the audience liked it. They'd be like, damn, girl. That's awesome. Vampr.
Yeah, so I was like, I saw the app on my phone and I had some messages and I was like, okay, maybe this guy looks interesting. There was Venkatesh, the Vansuri player
Yeah.
in the band.
Yeah.
So he texted me and told me like, hey, I think we can do very cool stuff together.
That's awesome.
I'm a Bansuri player from India and I do like classical music.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that would be awesome. Like I'm really into this. So I asked him to come to the studio
Yeah.
and join us to jam and see what happens.
And what
Nothing
happened?
very formal. but-
Magic.
and magic happened. And also the same day Jaime came. Jaime is the drummer. And also he knows a lot of Ableton Live. And
I gotta say, I loved his hair. It's not often I can go to a white guy and like, hey, I love your afro, man.
oh, you're gonna hate me when I tell you this.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me, girl. Lay it on me. What is up?
It's not natural. It was a gig. It was
Oh
a
my
wig.
God.
Wig or gig? Wig.
So that was a wig?
Yeah, a wig.
Like, oh my God. I was such a fan when I was
Oh,
looking at you
man.
guys and I was like, that drummer's grooving and look at
Yeah.
that dude. Like, respect, brother. And now you tell me it's fake?
Damn, I knew you were going to hate me.
No, I'm not hating you. It's just love, you know. You are exposing
Yeah.
me now shamelessly.
Oh,
So
damn.
I have to stand for that one. I'm guilty. I'm so guilty. And actually, that was a good segue because, you know, I'm jamming with you. You're good, right? The
Yeah.
temperature is good in the studio?
Yeah,
And
perfect.
I felt that you were going to be a super guest when I also felt your energy. Because like you said, it's about energy, right?
Yeah.
And I want to plug a little bit because I have been doing some dancing in the city lately.
Yeah.
Which I actually love. And for those of you out there who didn't know that, I'm kind of a crazy person when it comes to, you know, opportunities and being on a stage and performing in front of people. And when you can't find a stage to perform on, you make your own stage. So I took one of my best friends in the world and we just walked out to Plaza Catalunya, that big circle in the middle of Barcelona, beautiful place. And we figured, why not make a little bit, you know, make the people smile, give them a good day. And so we just jammed out. So I'm going to give you the song we danced to in one of our clips. So you should go in and check it out. It's Alex Lebron T on YouTube. And it's Backyard Party with R. Kelly.
Finally, it's the weekend. All the hard work's behind me. Yeah. And I just invited all my friends. I'm about to throw something on the grill, yeah. And get together and play some cards, yeah. A couple of drinks, something to smoke and do our thing, yeah. No one's got hating in their hearts. Whoa, a backyard party. A backyard party. We'll just have a backyard party. Yeah, we're just having a backyard party. Whoa. Oh, I thank God it's summer. God, it's summer. 'Cause it feels so good to be outside. Yeah. And the music sounds like heaven. Yeah. Made me wanna grab a towel and clean my ride. Oh. First I'ma throw something on the grill, yeah. And then mingle with the girls. And I wish that they could feel this celebration. I wish all around the world. Hey, hey, it's a backyard party. Oh, a backyard party. We're just having a backyard party. Yeah. shots. We'll take some shots, yeah. And just hope for a brighter day. Oh, I just hope for a brighter day. I feel like, yeah. I feel like, whoa. I feel like, yeah. I feel like, whoa. All we're doing is having a backyard party. Yeah. A backyard party. We're just having a backyard party. Everyone's in the pool. A backyard party. All fun and no rules. A backyard party. The music is loud and the atmosphere's cool. A backyard party. Everybody says, you know how we do.
Party,
The music's loud and nippy to
a backyard party.
Hey, we just have a. Ooh.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Shameless Exposure on Barcelona City FM. That was R. Kelly with Backyard Party. What an amazing song.
Yeah.
I totally love that song. And it was actually, because I'm an R. Kelly fan. I need to own up to that. I really love that dude's music. And every time you mention him, you know what comes, right? Because, you know, his moral limit, so to say, is questionable, to say the least. So I think, I don't remember what year this was, but I think he peed a 14-year-old girl in the face.
Wow.
Like, in a sexual act, like straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say too much because I don't know that much about the situation, but it was a bad thing that you shouldn't do. So, like, conclusion, people, listen to his music. Don't listen to what I'm saying right now. Kind of, you know, irrelevant to the story.
Yeah, don't try that at home.
Don't try that at home. A tip from my beautiful guest, Frida Walala, in the studio, who's joining with me today. How are you?
I'm great. I'm awesome.
I actually want to talk a little bit about what you mentioned earlier, this with personal energy, because it's been a lot of that in my life lately. You know, these last couple of weeks, it's been good energy and bad energy.
All right.
And there's some people who have been coming into my life and just, you know, they amaze me of how they make me feel just by being. And I want to tie that into you and, you know, and playing in a band and such, because that's key to find those people that you can go through thick and thin with and keep on creating the art you're supposed to create.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you hear so many times about the bands, they have a good quality, but then, you know, there's fallouts and the singer gets too big or somebody, and then there's a fight. So do you feel like now when you're starting a project and you're 1 month in this project, is that something you're taking into consideration now when hiring people, or is it more like they want to play and they're good and we'll make it work?
Both things.
Okay.
Yeah, I consider both things. Like, I know there has to be this like nice relationship between all of us.
Yeah.
Actually, I try to spend time with them, like go
Good.
out, hang out, do more music, just
Yeah.
jam, whatever helps us to connect.
Absolutely.
And it's interesting because I had a jam session with Jaime, the drummer,
Yeah.
at his house, and we were just like, yeah, you know, jamming, and we were talking about this, and what he told me is that, well, we just need to feel more comfortable together,
Yeah,
so we
definitely.
can, you know, like just do what we do
Yeah.
naturally. And it's very important, this part of communication. Like in a music band, everything is talking, every single instrument
Yeah, yeah.
is saying something.
Right.
Not only the lyrics, like
No.
everything
It's a
is
language. It's a language.
speaking. So it's like, what do you want to say? And that's very important.
Right.
That we in like each other can communicate between us. Like if I look at Jaime and while he's playing, but then that one look, it's like, okay, next song is coming.
Yep.
And this kind of like communication that
Right.
you need to just like feel naturally is
And that's actually super. I agree with you so much because, you know, when you, like I said, when you meet those people in life that they just make you feel good and you don't even have to talk, you just know what the other person is feeling,
Yeah.
basically. I think if you put that into our world of music, that's kind of the equivalent of when you just look at each other and you know, okay, we take a break here. But you have not rehearsed this, but both of you are feeling the same thing. We break here, we wait 4 measures or whatever, and then we just jump into it again. And you just realize while doing so, like, hey, Buck, we thought the exact same thing at the exact same second.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let's build a band or something. So it's about, that deeper connection. And do you feel like you're able to map that out after a month? Or how long do you feel like that you would need, so to say, to be able to, okay, this is what I want?
Well, for us, it was since the first day.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't even a month,
It sounds like a Disney movie. Love at first sight, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Love at first sight. But, I mean, we don't know totally each other.
Yeah.
Like, we know we can do great things, but we don't know, like, our bad sides yet. So when that comes, probably, like, we will have to think some things.
Well, and what would that be like? Hey, you play too loud. You turn that shit down.
No,
You're taking too much space. You're like, I'm the lead singer here.
I need space.
Well, I bet you do.
No.
But I saw you on the stage. You have a big personality on stage, and that's kind of what the lead singer has to have,
Yeah.
Because you've seen those bands where the lead singer gets upstaged by the back. That's kind of a weird dynamic. And look at Freddie Mercury. Or James Brown. Who could upstage that?
Damn, James Brown.
You're like walking up, standing beside James Brown. I'm going to be like, I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to watch him do what he do.
No, of course, yeah, right.
I'm good, man. I'm walking. I'm breathing the same air. I'm lucky.
No. Well, I don't know how long it takes, like, for a band to say, like, okay, I think we will make something good. I think maybe it takes you one song. Because you're listening to it,
You're
like
optimistic. I like that.
Like
life after 30, when you got those here and there. I'm like, yeah. Well, I mean, if I can get up on the stage, every now and then, you're like, yeah. You think about writing that hit song, huh? You're already in there.
we are already in. I hope so. Yeah.
And speaking of which, because all of you out there joining us on Instagram and Facebook and also through the website www.barcelonacityfm.com, you can see us live video-wise. So check us out because we're jamming in the studio. What I want to go into, all of you who read the promo, also know that you are recording an album as we speak, which has a single called El Camino, who is due November 3rd. No, December 3rd.
December 3rd, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. Plug yourself, so to say.
Okay, so yeah, I just came from the studio with Eduardo, the producer, and we were talking about this. Like, okay, I don't know what the song will expect. Like, when they listen to the song, they will say, like, wow, if this is the single, then I don't know what to expect for the whole album. Like, because it's like very trippy song. Well, not trippy, but it's like
you went
something
Grateful
different.
Dead with it, huh?
It's something different.
So you're saying your single is not a single song? Because then I have to tell you something, my friend. Not to be like, no. I will take that actually after the break. Because we're going to have a little news break. And then I'm going to give my beautiful guests some truth that I got told myself from an industry professional. But until then, we're going to have a little break. And we'll be right back, people.
And now the news is brought to you by bcnmedical.es. Medical care in your language.
I'm Spencer James. A general strike by pro-independence campaigners in Catalonia has caused travel chaos across Barcelona. The demonstrators were protesting against the jailing of ousted Catalan officials and activists by the Spanish government. More than 60 roads and highways were affected by the strike, and dozens of local and national railway lines were also disrupted. Many smaller shops were closed due to the strike, but larger shops and stores and businesses were open as normal. Meanwhile, the Constitutional Court has annulled the unilateral declaration of independence that was declared by the Catalan Parliament on the 27th of October. In other news, 3 people have been killed in Murcia after a series of unconnected fights. 2 died after a family row descended into violence using guns in the Plaza de los Derechos Humanos in Cartagena. 2 people were fatally shot in the fight, which occurred shortly before 4 p.m. A 47-year-old man died in another fight in Aguilas after being stabbed during a large fight in the town centre. 2 people were seriously injured during that brawl. Policia Nacional and Guardia Civil have launched investigations into both fatal fights. And locally, an illegal fish processing factory has been closed by health and agriculture inspectors. Over a tonne of fish, including protected species of tuna, were discovered in the underground complex. 2 people have been charged in connection with the raids. To sign up to daily news alerts and for the latest breaking news, log on to EnglishRadioNews.com. That's the latest from the ERN newsroom. You're up to date. A cloudy start to the day across Barcelona with highs of 13 degrees, lows of 5 degrees, brightening up as we move towards the afternoon, clouding over in towards the evening. The good news is tomorrow looks set to be brighter, warmer and sunnier, and then towards the weekend, temperatures back up to the seasonal averages, in fact even slightly above that, up to 19 degrees on Sunday. For a full 5-day forecast and everything where you are, EnglishRadioNews.com/weather.
And that was the news, brought to you by bcnmedical.es. Medical care in your language.
The British Dental Clinic, your English-speaking family dentist. Located in the heart of Barcelona, near Sagrada Familia on Avenue Diagonal. Looking after your pearly whites and keeping that smile bright. For more information, visit the website www.thebritishclinic.com.
Yeah, welcome back to Barcelona City FM. You're listening to Shameless Exposure 107.3 with me, Alex Lebron, and my beautiful, beautiful, and very, very talented guest, Frida Walala.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, you said it perfectly.
Damn, I was like, Walala, that got a good ring to it in my mouth when I say it. And what is that? There was this girl called like Malala something, right?
Malala.
Yeah. Something about a book, something. I am Malala.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the only reason I know that is because there is a joke about that in Zoolander 2. If you saw that movie.
No.
I'm going to do a little plug, people. If you haven't
do it.
seen Zoolander 2, then you should go out tonight, rent it, download it, do whatever you do to get your hand of a copy of that comedy, and then just thank me next week. I promise you. Oh my God, that has got to be one of the funniest movies I have ever seen in my life. Yes, I went there. So, we are back now, and now it's my turn to lay some wisdom on my guest here, because you said before the break that your single or something was not really, people were hesitating if it was a single song, if I understood you correctly.
No.
Okay.
No. I
Tell
think
me.
there was a misunderstanding.
Okay, tell me. I'm like, oops.
No. No, we were saying that this song is so interesting in a way that it has a different sound to
Okay.
it. It's not like ordinary, like we mix different, like there's a tabla, you know, like
Yeah.
from India, the end, and the beginning is like it grows and then it drops and then,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just,
I mean, you had a
It's-
wide dynamic, so to say.
yeah, so
Right.
it's like a very interesting song
Uh-huh.
that like kinds of takes you into a journey all the way.
Okay.
Then you can hear some kids playing around, and it's like,
Yeah. It's kind of a concept thing, you know. You're presenting a whole entity, then not just the music.
yeah,
You get a story, you get the picture, you get everything.
Yeah.
And preferably both in the melody and the lyrics, so to say. But in my misunderstanding, then what I was talking about a little bit, I'm gonna fix myself right there. Because I went to something called the New Noise Festival, where they have, you know, label executives and, you know, industry people coming into town. They hold talks, they do seminars and everything. And I managed to get a hold of a ticket through my songwriting class. The 3 students in the top, they got a ticket for free so we could go. And then one of them was actually an exec, and he spoke exactly about that, you know, that is one of the most common mistakes new bands / artists / acts do, is that you write very quality, you know, music with high quality and body and everything, you know, you have a good product. But when you're about to launch yourself for the world, so to say, that, you know, launching a single, for example,
Yeah.
that is kind of a huge thing, you know, then they choose the wrong song. It can be a good song, but the single is not for your fans who you already have. The single is for, you know, or for the people who haven't heard you yet. And when they hear that song, they're going to be like, okay, this is something I want, search more into. So, and that's what this person mentioned then, was that not necessarily, but it's good to lean towards what is recognizable for the general mass, so to say.
Yeah.
And you and me and a lot of people like us who are musicians and artists themselves, we want to dive deeper. We want to go under that. But for most people, or a lot of people out there, they don't really see it that way. They want to have, the quick fix, if you will. Oh, I like this tune. It's, I can hum to this.
It's catchy. I like
it's catchy, exactly.
Yeah.
And here we go like, I want to represent something. I want to tell a story. I want to do that. So that can equally be detrimenting in launching something for yourself.
Yeah.
So have you come across anything like that when you talk to your producer about, what direction should we take this?
Yeah. And this is the perfect song to go out with. Like,
okay,
this is a
Smack.
Great single. Like, so
I
there's
love the
nothing
confidence.
to worry about. Like, this is an awesome song.
I was like, blah, 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 mouth farting, and like, no, Alex, this is the perfect
Alex,
song.
don't worry.
Sit down.
There's nothing to worry about. Like, this song, it's very nice.
Very nice. Okay. Do you have it on YouTube or anywhere else? Can we listen to it?
No, not yet. Not yet. Because we're finishing the mix. So.
Okay. And is it one guy who produced and mixed and everything, or is it like a trail production, so to say?
No, it's me and the other producer.
Two people.
Yeah,
I like that.
I composed the song a lot of months ago.
Yeah.
And I did almost everything, and then I was like, okay, so this is it. Let's fix it. Let's mix it properly. Let's record the voices again.
Yep.
And now we're waiting for Venkatesh, the bansuri player.
Yep.
Because he will record a nice part for the song.
Sweet.
And that's all we need, and then it's done. It will be ready for December 3rd.
There was a bird whispering in my ear the other day that you guys want some sax on your record.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's all serious. If you get that itch in the back of your head, like, some sax would be nice.
I want it. Like, it's not.
And that's SAX, people. Because I heard it in my ear. I have headphones. That didn't sound good. Sorry. But in all seriousness, if you want some saxophone, I would love to be your huckleberry.
I would love to have you. Like, really.
You heard the people. You remember where you heard that first. It was Barcelona City
It would be
FM.
very nice to have a sax.
107.3. I got a job. And what's your guys' name?
Well.
Ooh.
Well.
Let's see here.
The name for the band?
Yeah.
We don't have one. We're right now it's just Frida Walala. And
Frida Walala.
because the producer says if you leave to Mexico or wherever you go, then you can change musicians and it will be okay. Because otherwise, if you name this band with I don't know anything, then if you have another musician, then you have to change the name. I don't know.
So that's very interesting. I wanna expose you a little bit, shamelessly.
Expose me.
So the band name is Frida Walala, for example.
Yeah.
And in my opinion now, guys, I haven't talked to you yet. I met some of you shortly at the party, so I don't want to stir up some shit. This is a question, so hold your horses, okay? Take a volume, sit down. No, but these are the kind of things that can, in the future, if this train, picks up speed and here we go, the avalanche is rolling, that can become a problem, because recognition. Isn't that, I think we artists, to be up on a stage, you have some form of maybe narcissistic angle in your personality. Because not all of us can be Adele, super stage fright, but sings amazing. But, we have a pull to be in front of people and to be noticed and to be appreciated for what we love doing.
Yes.
And if you are in a band that are very successful and that I think happen to a lot of people and you don't get the recognition, do you see that okay, that doesn't matter because then I just exchange them or?
No, I actually thought about it. We should name this, but we couldn't come up with anything. That the WhatsApp group is Frida and the Sharps.
Frida and Sharps?
Yeah. And that was the first name we came with, but then it was okay, let's just name it, let's just say Frida Walala by now, and then we will we can always change it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, also Eduardo tells to me like, well, if you just name it Frida Walala, then you can, because it's like a solo project which is like.
Oh, it is now.
Yeah.
And you just like brought in musicians to
Yeah.
suit your cause. so to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Like that was like the first thought, but then I was like, well, we have such a very cool thing here. So
That's great.
you never know. Like it can always change. Still, it's like we haven't discussed that yet. we couldn't come up with any
You
cool
don't
name.
discuss anything. You're the boss. You're gonna say today we're called Frida Walala.
Okay, today, no.
Now it's written in stone, right? So actually, it's time for some grooving out, and I think the people also. Cause I'm ridiculous. I'm not able to listen to music like a normal person, and that you witnessed here. 20 minutes ago when we're watching, there's the limb going up here, the foot going up there, and I felt that you were the same way. So I wanted to bring up the tempo a little bit, and I want to give you some Phil Collins.
Okay.
And for all of you out there joining us, if you haven't logged on to the website yet, it's barcelonacityfm.com, and you can watch a live feed watching us in our shenanigans when we have good time while we're listening to Phil Collins and Philip Bailey while they're singing Easy Lover. See you in a while.
Easy lover, she'll get a hold on you, believe it. Like no other, before you know it, you'll be on your knees. She's an easy lover, she'll take your heart, but you won't feel it. She's like no other, and I'm just trying to make you see. She's the kind of girl you dream of keeping hold of. Better forget it. You'll never get it. She will play around and leave you and deceive you. Better forget it. Oh, you'll regret it. No, you'll never change her, so leave her. Get up quick, 'cause seeing is believing. It's the only way you'll ever know. She's an easy lover, she'll get a hold on you, believe it. Like no other, before you know it, you'll be on your knees. She's an easy lover, she'll take your heart, but you won't feel it. She's like no other, and I'm just trying to make you see. You're the one that wants to hold her and control her. Better forget it. You'll never get it. Who shall say that there's no other till she finds another? Better forget it. Oh, you'll regret it. And don't try to change her, just leave her. You're not the only one who sees it, believe it. It's the only way you'll ever know.
Wow, that is such a good song. I can't believe it. And actually, I was straight enough with my guest here. I asked her, is it all right if we take one more classic? And she was like, sure, Alex, we can do one more classic. And those of you who are a little bit savvy with the music, you know what's about to come. This is Mike and the Mechanics, Over My Shoulder.
Over my shoulder, I can see that look in your eye. I never dreamed it could be over. I never wanted to say goodbye. Looking back over my shoulder, with an aching deep in my heart. I wish we were starting over. Oh, instead of drifting so far apart. Everybody told me you were leaving. Funny, I should be the last to know. Baby, please tell me that I'm dreaming. I just never want to let you go. Looking back over my shoulder, I can see that look in your eye, turning my heart over and over. I never wanted to say goodbye. I don't mind everybody laughing, but it's enough to make a grown man cry. 'Cause I can feel you slipping through my fingers. I don't even know the reason why. Every day it's a losing battle. Just to smile and hold my head up high. Could it be we belong together? Baby, won't you give me one more try? One more try. Looking back over my shoulder, I can see that look in your eye. I never dreamed that it could be over. Well, I never wanted to say goodbye. Looking back over my shoulder, oh, with an aching feeling inside. Oh, deeper and deeper.
I can't hide. Looking back. Woo! Welcome back to Barcelona City FM. You're listening to Shameless Exposure with Alex Lebron and my guest Frida Walala in the studio. And we are really jamming out, people. Wow, that was two classics. So which one of them do you prefer? Because they kind of represent a different side. But still classics, though.
I think Over My Shoulder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what was wrong with the first one? Yeah, but I mean, it's a groovy one.
No.
And it's actually, because I played that song for a friend, and she was like, I've heard that song. And I'm like, yeah. Most people have heard this song. And I'm just going to say hi to all of you people in Frida's Instagram. It's so nice to see you. Welcome to my show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave your marks. Questions you want me to ask Frida. Questions you want to find out yourself. Maybe we can out her, make her blush on the radio. What do you say about that, huh?
No.
Because then no.
No,
Please,
don't do it.
please help me
don't.
make Frida blush a
It's
little
okay.
bit. It's okay?
I'm already blushed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see you blushing. Maybe you're like me. You can't not blush. No?
I can.
Maybe if you come a little bit closer to the mic there, so we can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
you a little better. Yeah, So that's good. You were thinking about a song before I said my classic one. Do you remember what that was?
Yeah, Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears. What is that? Talk a little bit about it. Does the song mean a lot to you, or was it just
No, it's just that this last week's I've been listening to it pretty much. So it's like just popped in my head.
Is it one of those like new ones, or is it an old classic? Or?
No, old classics.
You need to sell this to me, girl. Because I'm sitting here with the board. I'm trying to throw you a bone here. No, Alex, sit down.
Alex, calm down.
I don't want to do that.
Please, don't rush it.
You know what it's time for. It's almost 6 o'clock, but before we have a little break, I want to start something with you that I do with all of my guests, because I want the audience out there, all of you listening, and also for me, I want to get to know you a little bit better. You know, those things that you normally don't really talk about at the first meeting.
Uncomfortable
So you
things.
exactly, now we come, you know, the Shameless Exposure is about to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, right? You're in the snake pit now, girl. And now I'm gonna give you a little drum roll, because now it's time for Shameless Exposure, the gauntlet of 15 fasts. And this is just, you know, regular questions that I ask my guests to see what they're about. And I don't want you to think too much. I know there are super, super weird questions. Every time I ask these questions, I question myself more and more. How are you feeling, Alex? You good? And then I'm like, yeah. I need to weird it out even more for my people, you know? You need to make people smile.
Yeah,
Yeah?
exactly.
So, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let's do it, she said. Number 1 of the 15 fasts. My favorite artist, yours, so to say, died this year.
Kimbra.
Yeah. But she's
Died.
if she died.
Died. Oh yeah.
But she's
Sorry.
alive.
She's alive. Oh,
Oh,
I just killed her, you know.
Oh yeah. And you failed. That's 1 point to me. You see, I'm off to a good start already. I'm gonna see how much I can make you blush until we reach number 15. That's good
We're
for all of you
barely
out there as
starting.
well. So if you're not tuning in on the website, please do so you can watch Frida as she's blushing. Yeah. Number 2, and this is a tough one.
Okay, tough one.
Finding out that Santa Claus was not real scarred me for life.
Oh my god. I still think he's real.
Oh shit. I opened the box. Yeah, I need to pay
He's
this.
not real.
So girl, are you sitting down?
So he's not real.
Are you sitting down? I need to tell you something.
He's not
Are
real.
you ready? I am Santa Claus.
What?
It was me. Take my hand. It was me all those years. Yeah.
Damn. Oh my
And
god.
I
should have
remember
known.
I remember the Christmas when you were 8 and you were wishing for that magical box and I never got it for you. I got stuck in the chimney. And I had like several hundred thousands of other houses to go to, so I just couldn't do it.
Oh, so that's your answer. You just couldn't do it.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
You're Santa Claus. You're supposed to do it. Like
I'm so sorry. You know about the layoffs and everything, you know, time's rough.
you're
time's
letting me
rough.
down. You're
I
letting
know,
me down.
I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you.
This was a tough one. Like really.
Let's see here. I'll make it up to you depending on what you answer on number 3, okay?
Okay.
Finding out that the Easter Bunny was not real scarred me for life.
Oh well, that's a. We actually in Mexico don't celebrate that much.
Oh my
Easter
God, now
Bunny,
you're
so-
back on the good list. Because you've been on the naughty list and that's why. But now she's back on the good list because that bunny and me, we do not pull straight, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, he's fucking up my groove too much. Easter, come on, painted eggs.
Come on.
Come on.
Damn. What
Okay.
video was that?
And now, number 4. You see, we're going fast. Good. I know all the words to at least one Justin Bieber song.
What's the question?
Yeah, that's the question. I know all the words to at least one Justin Bieber song.
Yeah, probably Baby.
Yeah?
I think I even know the rap.
Oh,
Well, I
shit.
might remember it.
Oh,
I used to know it.
I'm gonna keep that in mind,
When
girl.
I was 13. Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah, you go. You go right ahead. I want to hear this. People, remember where you heard this first, okay?
When I was 13, I had my first love. There was nobody to compare my body, and nobody came between us or could ever come. But she had me going crazy. Oh, I was starstruck. She woke me up
I'm
daily. No need no Starbucks. She got me going round, asking for a beat when I see her on the street and on the school on the playground. But I really wanna see her on the weekend. She got me going crazy, cause she was so amazing. But now my heart's on dying, and I just keep on saying.
And then, baby. I don't know this song. Is that where it's coming? Wow! Applause.
Oh my god.
You're like, I think
For
I know the
rapping
rap,
Justin
and then she
Bieber.
just lays it out perfect, right? Yeah, I think I know the rap. Good work, girl.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I'm surprised
Oh,
I
yeah.
still remember it.
You were
Nah, just kidding.
you were jamming that on the train on your way here.
Yeah, it was just today.
Tell it like it is, girl. You need to be honest with me.
All right.
Yeah?
Let's open this.
That's good
honesty
work.
box.
Good work. So yes, on the wild one, because that she knew that lyrics pretty. Those lyrics pretty good. Number 5. I have at some point in my life been called a psycho by someone who really, really meant it.
No, actually.
Did you make someone that angry?
No, not for calling me a psycho. I've been called other things, but not a psycho.
I think good, because you're my first guest when I'm doing this who said no. So good on you, girl.
Okay, so-
you choosing the kind side of life, so to say.
Okay.
Oh, and now she pulled out the devil. For all of you, check out the website, people. Then you can see her face. Then she can't hide anymore. BarcelonaCityFM.com. Check it out.
Deep inside.
Number 6. I spend more time around the house in the birthday suit than what would be considered healthy.
No.
No. Short and concise or whatever. Yeah. Did I tell you English is not my first language, right?
No. What's your first language?
Take a guess.
All right.
Oh, you're trying to hear when I
Now
speak?
I need to listen
Okay.
to
Actually, this is interesting.
rapping.
Because I had a guest. I think it was 2 weeks ago, and we actually had a little thing about if my accent is American or not. She thought that it wasn't, and we actually had one of her friends live from New York with us through Instagram, and he said that I sound like I come from white suburbia America. So, what would you say?
Wow.
Where am I from? You don't know?
I don't know.
You should know.
Why?
Because we have a mutual friend, and I think she presented me that. I mean, I think she mentioned that I was from there.
Oh, Frida. I don't remember now.
Well, it's Suecia.
So, you're Swedish too.
Sweden. Yes, me too.
Oh, sorry for not remembering.
Yeah, you better. But you didn't think it, right?
No.
There's not that much
Well,
with me. I don't know.
Jaime, the drummer of my band, is also Swedish. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you didn't thought, right? You didn't think of
Oh
it.
shit, she got me. Oh my god, you got me, girl. Okay, good. She got me. For all of you on her Instagram, she got me good. So now it's time for a little news, and we'll be right back after this.
And now the news is brought to you by bcnmedical.es. Medical care in your language.
I'm Spencer James. A general strike by pro-independence campaigners in Catalonia has caused travel chaos across Barcelona. The demonstrators were protesting against the jailing of ousted Catalan officials and activists by the Spanish government. More than 60 roads and highways were affected by the strike, and dozens of local and national railway lines were also disrupted. Many smaller shops were closed due to the strike, but larger shops and stores and businesses were open as normal. Meanwhile, the Constitutional Court has annulled the unilateral declaration of independence that was declared by the Catalan Parliament on the 27th of October. In other news, 3 people have been killed in Murcia after a series of unconnected fights. 2 died after a family row descended into violence using guns in the Plaza de los Derechos Humanos in Cartagena. 2 people were fatally shot in the fight, which occurred shortly before 4 p.m. A 47-year-old man died in another fight in Aguilas after being stabbed during a large fight in the town centre. 2 people were seriously injured during that brawl. Policia Nacional and Guardia Civil have launched investigations into both fatal fights. And locally, an illegal fish processing factory has been closed by health and agriculture inspectors. Over a ton of fish, including protected species of tuna, were discovered in the underground complex. 2 people have been charged in connection with the raids. To sign up to daily news alerts and for the latest breaking news, log on to EnglishRadioNews.com. That's the latest from the ERN newsroom. you're up to date. A cloudy start to the day across Barcelona with highs of 13 degrees, lows of 5 degrees, brightening up as we move towards the afternoon, clouding over in towards the evening. The good news is tomorrow looks set to be brighter, warmer and sunnier, and then towards the weekend, temperatures back up to the seasonal averages, in fact even slightly above that, up to 19 degrees on Sunday. For a full 5-day forecast and everything where you are, EnglishRadioNews.com/weather.
And that was the news, brought to you by bcnmedical.es. Medical care in your language.
Yes, welcome back to Barcelona City FM 107.3. You're listening to Shameless Exposure with me, Alex Lebron, and my guest Frida Walala. And it's time for us to take some air, to go out and ponder of the universe, where our energy fit in, so to say. So until then, you know what's going to happen. It's 6 o'clock and it's time for Guns N' Roses and November Rain, and we'll see you in a little bit.
When I look into your eyes, I can see a love restrained. Darling, when I hold you, don't you know I feel the same? Nothing lasts forever, and we both know hearts can change. And it's hard to hold a candle in the cold November rain. Been through this such a long, long time, just trying to kill the pain. Oh yeah. Never know what's coming, never know what's going. No one's really sure who's letting go today. Walking away. When you take the time to lay it on the line, I can rest my head just knowing that you are mine. Oh, mine. If you wanna love me, then darling, don't refrain. I just end up walking in the cold November rain. Do you need some time on your own? Do you need some time all alone? Oh, everybody needs some time on their own. Oh, don't you know you need some time all alone? I know it's hard to keep an open heart when even friends seem out to harm you. But if you can heal a broken heart, wouldn't time be out to charm you?
Wow, welcome back to Barcelona City FM. You're listening to Shameless Exposure with Alex Lebron and Frida Walala in the studio. And actually, she was about to go and get refreshed. So I put in my head that I wanted to play another song. So I want you to groove out there. If you're sitting in your car on your way home now, stuck in traffic, this one is for you because this is a really nice feeling. It's Lemon Jelly with the Staunton Lick.
This is the Staunton Lick. This is the Staunton Lick. Staunton.
Wow. Welcome back to Barcelona City FM 107.3. You are listening to Shameless Exposure with Alex Lebron and my guest Frida Walala. And just now you heard Lemon Jelly with The Staunton Lick. A beautiful and amazing song. And I just told my guest that that's the one song I usually always play on my way to work in the morning, because it just makes me smile. It's an amazing song when you get into the do 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 do, and you just walk around smiling people in the face like, yeah, I made another stranger smile. I got this song in my ear. I'm good, right?
Absolutely.
That's kind of the vibe I wanted to go with. So I hope you out there, I hope you sat there and smiled for yourself and nodded your head. Then we are halfway. Thank you so much for listening. Let's get back into what we were doing before the break, so to say. And during the break, you also had November Rain with Guns N' Roses. Not to forget that one. Also an amazing song. But we were doing the gauntlet of Shameless Exposure, the Fast 15 questions. And we were at number 8, because number 7, I jump over because you don't have a wife.
No, I don't.
No, so number 7 is kind of a, a deadborn, stillborn, so to say. But let's jump into number 8 then. If the government knew everything about me, I would be considered a criminal.
Probably.
Oh, you want to disclose?
I'm just kidding.
No, you don't. Oh, you don't. I see you. And all of the people live on the website and Instagram, for that matter, see you too. So you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Especially here, while being exposed shamelessly. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Number 9. This is interesting because you're a little younger. So I'm going to see what you say. See what you say.
Okay.
Number 9. I have lied about my age to get into a place when
yeah.
I didn't have to lie. There's a little twist on that question. When you didn't have to lie.
But I didn't have to.
You didn't have to. If you have lied to get into a place when you didn't have to lie.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm.
No, I had to, because otherwise I wouldn't get in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, when I was partying, I was pretty young. So
When you were partying. And how old are you now?
20.
Oh, shit. Life is over, girl.
Yeah.
It went so fast,
Tomorrow,
right? Tomorrow,
last day.
we just clock out.
This is over. So this interview is the end, Like,
I know, right?
This is how I say goodbye to everyone.
So what do you want for last supper? What would that
Let me
be?
think.
Mm-hmm.
Probably enchiladas or
Ooh,
chilaquiles or
you
tacos.
go Mexican all the way,
Of
huh?
course.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I like Mexican cuisine. Not to say that I had that much, but the word, oh my God. And I'm not going to say tacos, because that's probably like, yeah, we have other food as well.
Yeah.
And she gave me the eyes, people.
No, one day we will have a nice Mexican lunch with Frida and everyone.
Yeah, we will.
And we can cook some nice, authentic Mexican cuisine.
And you're looking at me. I'm like, you will. Yes. Today you're gonna get the authentic Mexican experience by Alex Lebron.
Okay, I'm ready for it. Can't wait.
Oh, it's you now. Let's jump back into it. We're at number 10. And actually, I'm going to skip that one as well, because that was specially written for my friend Vincent Valentine. So, yeah, disclosure, we move on to number 11.
Okay.
I've had more what the fuck did I just do moments that I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you have.
Of course.
Of course. I see you. I was like, you have to be honest. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're logging me out.
Right here.
Facebook is logging me out. What you about to, man? What you
Because
about?
this is too much. Facebook cannot handle it.
No, it's
anymore.
like, oh,
this is like
he
we're
is-
getting into deep things, like a very intimate, personal stuff.
And he is exposing her shamelessly, so Facebook is like, we're logging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more.
Number 12 then. Oh my God, I always get so much shit for this question, but I stand by it. I've had fantasies about being the creepy secret Santa in a mall.
No. Damn. What kind of question is that?
And it happened again, people. It happened again. What kind of question is that? Let me tell you, my friend, it's my kind of question. What do you want?
Okay,
What do you
okay.
want to say about that? Huh?
Okay, I'll stand for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the attitude. Because, in fact, I have. Well, this is a long story, interesting one, but I have, though.
Yeah. I
And,
wanna hear
okay,
that.
But number 13 then kind of falls apart. I'm so proud of this. Like, number 13.
Okay.
I would then try to scare every kid that would come and sit in my lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. That
Right?
sounds like fun. Like,
So you
why
would-
not?
So you wouldn't want to be the Secret Santa, but if you happen to be, you would try to scare the kids.
Exactly.
Yes. Finally,
Like,
you
if you're
heard
there,
that,
then
people.
go for
I'm
it.
not alone with this shit. There are more of us out there. Finally, thank you. Oh, I'm a whole person now. Amazing, amazing. Number 14.
We're good.
You ready?
Closer. Okay.
If I had a time machine,
Mm-hmm.
space-time continuum would be in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
So what would you do? Would you go back and smack your younger self, or would you go back and say, "Hey, mom and dad,
No,
what the fuck?
I wouldn't.
Tell me, what would you do?"
I wouldn't change anything. Like, I would just stay here and keep going.
So it wouldn't be in danger then, you said. You would be kind of the good kid. Like, I'm sitting on a time machine, but I'm good. I'm good right here now in 2017.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I wouldn't go back to my mom and dad to say like, "Hey, what was wrong with you?" Then maybe I would go like even more further back
Okay.
on the day. Like,
And what are we talking about then?
maybe I don't know. Maybe I would like to go to this Greek
Oh, shit.
lifestyle.
Oh, you talking way back there. huh?
Yeah, way back there. If I had the chance, But then, like, I'll stay here. Like,
Well, I mean, if you had a time machine, so okay, she would go way back to the Greek mythology or whatever.
no, just to see how was life over there. Like,
It seemed pretty sweet. You see those paintings and those,
yeah, like,
yeah, and holding the grapes up and, drinking wine and shit.
yeah. It
Did you see the show Spartacus when it ran?
Spartacus, no.
Actually, it's a really, really good show. So look that up. That's kind of how I envisioned it to be for the rich people.
Okay.
Not the slave gladiators, for the rich ones, sipping their wine, just fornicating all over all the time, and then eating grapes.
Yeah, and having their own musicians. Just,
Yeah.
like,
And then, like,
go
when they
to the
don't do the
heart.
job, just execute them and call in the next one. Kind of a rough period, actually.
Oh, man.
Maybe I watched too much. What's that? Game of Thrones in the beginning with that asshole king, Joffrey or something.
Yeah. I think I only saw like one episode.
Oh my God!
And then
Really?
I kept falling,
wait a
falling,
minute.
and falling, sleep.
So you are not, you say, a Game of Thrones fan?
No.
Wow! I met a
mean-
unicorn. You guys are out there, but there are few of you, and you become a smaller and smaller minority. Because I used to belong to you, and
Now
then
you are.
and now I'm a believer because I did a model gig with Peter Dinklage,
Oh.
the dwarf, who plays the imp. And after that, I could not deny it anymore. So I started to watch it, which led to me binging that shit like a crazy person. We're talking like 7 seasons in like, I don't know, a little over a month. It was like work, Game of Thrones.
Nice.
I know I'm guilty.
Well, I tried. Really, I tried to watch it, but I just kept falling asleep.
You didn't try hard enough. No, but the thing is, like, I tried myself a good, like, 5 years ago or something. And then I was like, oh, this is boring. I saw the first 3 episodes. And then I just stopped because I'm like, this is not my shit. I'm not feeling this. And everybody kept saying to me what I'm saying to you now. Just keep watching.
Okay.
Keep watching. And after a while, you're sitting there like, I need my fix. I haven't had my moment of Game of Thrones today. I need my fix. And now we have to wait like a good year or something for the final season where every episode is going to be like a good 1.5 hours or so.
Oh man.
So it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I bet.
And-
Well, I think that's my problem. I couldn't go further from the 3rd episode, so maybe I'll try it.
Take my
another
word
day.
for it. And thank me later. Sorry, we got a little sidetracked here, people, talking about Game of Thrones and people, important stuff. So let's get back to the way, way, way more important stuff. Actually, what my guest thinks about number 15 in the gauntlet of Shameless Exposure. Number 15. I would sign the petition for restarting the original production of the MacGyver show. I'm looking at you and like, you may be a little bit too young to...
I don't know what show is that.
Oh my God.
I don't watch enough TV. Like,
If you heard that, people, that was like my heart breaking out in 1,000 pieces. I actually met someone who had no clue who MacGyver is. And let me tell you something. I was born in the 80s, right? Mm-hmm. So I was a teenager, 90s, early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And this guy, he's been around for ages, right? And he is the type of guy who can fix and make everything out of nothing. So yeah, we are talking about, there's one episode where they crash land in the woods or something, and with one of those planes that you can start in the water. Mm-hmm. And he made that sucker fly again. Yeah, that's the kind of show we're talking about. So growing up.
Well, now I have my homework to do.
Oh, you do.
So much TV to watch.
Oh, you do. I'm educating you, girl. You need to read up on your MacGyver. And again, thank me later. Because it's some amazing shit. That was the Fast 15. How does it feel? How did it feel?
Good.
Yeah? It wasn't that dangerous, right?
No.
Because, I mean, this show works as a, kind of a highlight reel of your life. Mm-hmm. I want to expose, the good things, the bad things, and maybe see the crumbles in between, see what it's about.
Yeah.
And you handle your shit fine. Let me tell you that.
It is what it is.
Oh, you just keep growing on me.
Well, what can I say? There's bad, there's good, but at the end, it's just what we got.
Right? What
I
we
cannot
got.
lie to you.
Es eso que tenemos.
Es lo que hay.
Ah, that's how you say it, people. My Spanish is amazing, okay? And okay, let's say again, you are 20 years old and you hail out of Mexico.
Yep.
How did you end up in Barcelona?
Well, I came here some years before to do a filmmaking summer course.
Okay.
And I met some people, and it was like pretty good. Like for a summer, it was amazing living here.
Yeah, it's a good city.
It's a great city.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I wasn't really thinking about coming back or studying here, but well, life got me here. And
Life happened.
Yeah.
Or Barcelona happened, because
Yeah,
you have no idea
Barcelona
how
happened.
many people I have met here, and who's just traveling through or here for a short vacation, and 2 years later, I'm still here.
Yeah.
And I spent 1 year here, 2010. Then I moved back to Sweden again due to the Barcelona thing. When you live here a little bit younger, a little longer,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to realize that Barcelona is not a city that people put effort into. Barcelona is a city that people move to for a couple of years to then relocate again. So for someone like me, and maybe yourself who plan to stay for a little bit longer, you need to get used to saying goodbye. Mm-hmm. Which sucks.
Oh, interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
The place where I was living before, it's Playa del Carmen in Mexico in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And people tend to move very often from there, so you don't get to do like friends forever. So
true.
I was used to it before, and I'm like very good at it. Like I actually am one of those persons too that keeps moving all the time.
I mean, that's good.
From
I mean,
one place
if
to
you have a
another.
nomad heart, absolutely, be all you can be. But realize that if you move to Barcelona and cities like Barcelona, it's hard. It's been rough for me, And now, after a couple of years, I'm like, okay, I'm fine with this now. Saying goodbye doesn't, I mean, it's still super hard for me, but it doesn't break me as much as it did, prior.
beginning.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it was rough. Every time I just broke down and like got that anxiety, like shit, I'm never gonna see this person again. And then you go like, yeah, maybe, but usually not.
Yeah, the first time is like that. But then you get used to it, like
I said,
like everything.
baby steps.
Baby
steps.
Exactly.
So yeah, oh my God, we're grooving. You see?
Yeah.
When you're sitting here and just chillaxing, listen to the music. Now we have some instrumental reggae. Actually, I figured
Nice.
I've been a little hysterical, so I wanted to take down the rhythm and get a little groovy. And it's 6:30 right now, so it's time for a little break. But we'll talk to you people right after this.
La Tavernicola in Poblenou has a real taste of Argentina, with delicious steaks, wonderful red wines, and the best empanadas in Barcelona. To make a booking, go to latavernicola.com or call us here at 930-119-348.
The British Dental Clinic, your English-speaking family dentist. Located in the heart of Barcelona, near Sagrada Familia on Avenue Diagonal. Looking after your pearly whites and keeping that smile bright. For more information, visit the website www.thebritishclinic.com.
Welcome back to Barcelona City FM 107.3. You're listening to Shameless Exposure with Alex Lebron and Frida Walala in the studio.
Woo!
Feeling
You are.
awesome, feeling amazing. You're a really good guest.
Thank you very much.
I
You're
tell
a
you
very
that-
good host.
Oh my God. Tell me more, please.
You're handsome, you're talented, you dance pretty good, you can sing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you got it all.
Oh shit. You trying to make me blush? Trying to bring me over to the dark side, eh?
You've been trying that all.
Yeah, but I'm the host. That's my job, okay? She's trying to host out me now. Or out host me, huh? Will never work, girl. Will never work. So, yeah. What to do now, hey? When are you guys playing the next time? If someone wants to hear you guys, is there anywhere you can do that?
I wish I could have an answer for that. But
Oh. And do you have
Bummer.
something planned like in the near future? Yeah, we're laying down these tracks or something.
we might have a nice event coming for the release of the single.
Okay.
December 3rd.
December 3rd. And
Yeah.
where do you have a venue planned or something?
We still don't have the place, but that's what we were discussing today. And we keep rehearsing
Yeah.
to prepare ourselves for next gigs.
That's good.
Yeah, we're looking for bars, places where we can just go, throw our music there, and keep growing this
Nice.
project.
And what's your ambition with this project, so to say? Is it to make something good out of this project in hand, or is it just to use this project and see what will become?
I want it to grow as much as it can. Like, my vision is to keep playing around, keep building this community of artists, and involve them as much as we can. Like, there's a lot of talented people here,
Yeah,
and it's amazing when you gather and you make like this artistic collective where you can help each other, you know? Like, I know
Absolutely.
these guys that does this and this other painter or musician, and we can create
Absolutely.
great things. Like,
Absolutely. And also that I need to present, because I really liked your guys' stuff.
Yeah.
To say that. So I want to play with you if you want to have me sometime at a gig or lay something down on one of your tracks or anything. But I want to present you also to one of my good friends, Francisco, because they have a culture center where they collaborate with, they have art, they have jam sessions, and I think they also host, shows and stuff.
Nice.
And I think that venue would be good for your band or something, or talk to him to find out other
For
contacts,
sure, yeah.
Because
That
that
would
would be
be
great.
awesome.
Because I really, really liked your guys' music.
Thank you so
And
much.
it was, like I played in the beginning, my good friends from San Francisco, San Rafael, Big Tree. Check them out on Spotify. That's amazing music. They are a little bit more progressive, like as you heard, and you guys are as well. And to tie that into it, your style, so to say, when you write, do you feel like you found your style of writing, or are you still in pursuit?
well, I think it comes very natural. Like,
Okay.
most of the times I would just jam through a song on the guitar.
Yep.
Some chords, and then I'll just write it down, like first things that come to my mind, and it starts building. I don't know how to describe or define my writing style, but it's mostly experiences, and I think when you write a song, it's very a subconscious thing, like
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know.
But then you have, for those people out there, Paul Simon, for example, one of many people's songwriting hero. And he is one of those grinders. He just keeps on working and working and working with the lyrics until it's gold. And he is my inspiration because a couple of months now, I've been writing rap music.
All right.
As a little baby project, and I'm starting to love it more and more. And I actually use Paul Simon as an inspiration with my writing. That I do not stop. When I halt at a line or something, at a phrase, I'm like, okay, let's just keep thinking here. Write a million different ways of saying the same thing. Change the words, change the rhythm scheme, change the everything, you know, until it's what you want, until you get that feeling.
Yeah.
And when you write your songs, you said you start with the chord progression, so to say, with the chord progression. But is it sometimes that you start with writing the lyrics, or do you always start with the guitar?
No, sometimes I will start with the lyrics. Sometimes I'm just like, cleaning the house, and then a phrase will come to my head, and then it's like, oh, this is a very cool thing for a lyric, and I will write that down. I actually, in my notes in my phone, have like different phrases that I would like to use in
You're
lyrics.
one of those too, huh?
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what it is about that. As soon as you come to think about something, like, where the fuck is my cell phone? I need to memorize this
Yeah, or
before it's
just
gone.
record it, and then you have it there, and it's just an idea, but then you will hear something, and it will like start developing from there. So it's mostly like that. And yeah, what you said, keep writing it, changing words, looking for another way to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
And until it's what you want, what you mean.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it was my old producer who let me know back in the day when I was living in California that write something that everybody can relate to in a way they've never heard it before. And that's the hard part, in a way they never heard it before, because how many songs aren't there out there? And it are written every day, and a lot of shit, but a lot of good stuff as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there is so much good. I found this guy, Cody Chestnut. He's one of my biggest inspirations too. Neo Soul. He lived with in the same collective as Erykah Badu.
Okay.
And the likes of those. So a real good school, and my God, it's such a good record. And I want to show you something.
Show me.
Because you're a singer, and a very good one at that. And I found this amazing thing a couple of months back. I was sitting alone in my living room, just, buffering on YouTube or whatever. And then I came across this clip, and the first time I saw it, my jaw was down on the floor because I could not believe it. I thought it was the real deal because it's very, very well made. Then after a couple of times, I was like, this is not real, but it's so good, so good. So for all of you out there also, those of you who like One Direction or whatever, this guy. He's called Harry Styles. And this is his latest single, let's see, Sign of the Times. But there's a little twist in this rendition. I'm not going to tell you what it is before we listen to it. I'm just going to press play, and then we'll talk about it after the song.
Perfect.
Okay?
I like that.
And for all of you out there, do not tune off right now because you want to hear this, okay? So I'm giving you Harry Styles with Sign of the Times.
His debut single, Sign of the Times, has already hit the top of the charts in more than 84 countries, and he's about to perform it for us live. So, Harry, take it away.
Just stop your crying, it's the sign of the times. Welcome to the final show. Hope you're wearing your best clothes. You can't bribe the door on your way to the sky. You look pretty good down here, but you ain't really good. We never learned that we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets. Just stop your crying, it's the sign of the times. We gotta get away from here. We gotta get away from here. Just stop your crying.
at the end is near. We gotta get away from here. Just stop your crying, have the time of your life. You're breaking through the atmosphere. Things are pretty good from here. Remember, everything will be alright. We can meet again somewhere far away from here. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets! We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets! Just stop your crying, that's the sign of the time. Gotta get away from here. Gotta get away from here. Stop your crying, baby, it'll be alright. Tell me that the end is near. Gotta get away from here. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets! We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets! We don't talk enough. We should open up. But we talk too much. Will we ever learn? We've been here before. It's just what we know. Stop your crying, baby. It's a sign of the times. We gotta get away. Oh, we got to get away. 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 We got to away. We got to away. We got to away.
Thank you. Yeah, welcome back to Barcelona City FM 107.3. You're listening to Shameless Exposure with me, Alex Lebron, and Frida Walala in the studio.
That's shameless.
And that, people, that was some shameless shit. That's amazing. That was Harry Styles performing Sign of the Times. But what I recommend you to do is when you search for this one on air, you should search for worst performance ever. You should add that because it's some amazing stuff. And if you like that one, then you just press play and let the playlist go because you have hours of stomach ache from laughing ahead of you. Because that's exactly what happened to us. A couple of weeks after I found this song, I had a jam in my house and we were sitting, all of us, and just laughing so hard, like we couldn't speak. Like it was basically, I don't even remember who it was, but someone like said, press stop. I mean, we need to like get back into something because everybody was just curling up in a ball and like you couldn't breathe, you know. Yeah. But I mean, That's amazing. So to jump into this, because I wanted to talk with you about this, because you're a music nerd, and I really respect that too. But to do something like this, to pull this off, you have to be gifted. To make it that bad, you have to kind of know what you're doing. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the clip in itself is super well made, you know, with the syncing of his lips, but the singing, I mean...
Yeah.
I can't really think about it, because then I start to laugh, but oh my God.
Just even to be out of tune, you have to know what you're doing.
And that's interesting, because when I was living in California, again, we had this exercise in my singing class, and we were told to pick a song and then sing with the song, preferably if you find, you know, a karaoke version or an instrumental, so without singing. But you're supposed to sing a song you know the lyrics to and sing the whole song out of tune. That's hard, because, you know, when you have that feeling, when you know you're good with melodies and you're safe in it, you kind of slide back by yourself when it happens. And it was hard. I didn't really know. I don't remember what I got in this exercise, but I think it was kind of a bad thing, because I kept gliding into the right melody.
Yeah, naturally you will go for the right thing, the thing that sounds good, you know, to your ears, but obviously it is another talent to be out of tune in that way, you know, like...
I would say yes. I concur, so to say. To throw them big words out there.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
I know, right? I'm glad you like it. So like I said, same tip to you. Just look this one up, Harry Styles, Sign of the Times / worst performance ever. And then you just look at related clips, and you have hours ahead of you. Hours and hours. And there's, with the Beach Boys, there is Ed Sheeran, there's all over the place.
Oh my God.
So you will find your poison in there. Trust me. Trust me. Oh my God. Okay, so it's time for another segment, because we have a good 13 minutes to go, so we'll be a good time. I want to ask you a little about this, also because you're an artist, and there's a lot of stories hiding behind there. And I have one of those things, you know, where you go in your life and it's an experience when you met someone, or you got offered something, or something happened which created a crossroads, so to say, in your life. You can go back to that point in your life and say, if I would have done that instead, my life would have been something completely else, or why didn't I do it? Because what could have happened? And my such is when I was in New York the first time, and I was there with a friend of the family, and we were standing in Times Square, and there came up this girl who was pitching us to come into, you know, those TV shows are recorded around the area or something, and they were looking for new talent, something. So it was kind of obscure, you know, you didn't really know what that meant. And I was there, I didn't really know how long time we were going to be there, so I said to him, like, no, let's just keep on going and do our sighting stuff. But ever since that day, you know, when I think back upon that thing, what if that was something, and me with my personality and what I do and blah, 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 what if that could have led to something? And, you know, it's always going to be in the back of my head. I'm going to wonder, what if the crossroad?
Yeah.
Let me know. Do you have one of those?
Actually, no.
Oh, shit. Actually, no, Alex. So
Actually, no, Alex. You know that I try to take that question out of me as much as I can. The what if?
Okay.
Like, because I will just torture myself wanting to know something that.
Well, yeah, it's kind of true, but I
that's
still
not
use it.
happening. So.
It's kind of inspiration too. And nowadays, it's, you know, I think about that moment, you know, how it makes me feel right now. And I'm like, okay, so when I get presented stuff right now that might lead to something, I'm going to just jump into it. Deep end of the pool, balls deep, let's go. And I'll figure it out along the way. And now, actually, I had a show. It was 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was, you know, because I'm playing in a tribute band with Supertramp.
Okay.
And we had our kind of final show for the moment with a symphony orchestra here in Barcelona. And we played in Auditorio Barcelona. And it was an amazing experience. And that whole thing just happened to fall in. Because the project leader knew my dad. And they saw me in one of my YouTube clips on the internet. They asked me to come, and then just stuff fell into place. So now it's just, whenever I get presented an opportunity like that, head
Just
first.
jump into it. Yeah.
Head first.
Yeah.
And also, when I met you guys, like, you want some saxophone? I think that was one of the first things I
Yeah.
asked you.
Yeah.
Because I really liked you guys' stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I hear some saxophone in there.
Yeah, you were like, I really like how you sound, and I would love to play with you guys. Like,
And you
would
were
love
like,
to be in
yeah.
your band. And I was like, yeah, for sure, come join.
Yeah, we need to have that guy.
That's what I do also. I just jump into new opportunities all the time.
That's
so.
good. I mean, that's how you find inspiration, And I've been talking with our friend Frida again. I need
Yeah.
to say hi, Frida.
Hey,
if,
Frida.
If you're listening still, you were cooking a while ago. Thank you for interacting with us on Instagram, on Facebook. But if you are sitting there eating right now, thank you so much for being a lovely friend to both of us.
Yes.
Yeah, because you bring a lot of love and inspiration
joy,
and
yeah.
magic into both of our lives. So a lot of
You
love.
are lovely, my
Oh
Frida.
my god! And now she's sitting there blushing and saying,
I
"Oh,
want to see her again. She's
Yeah,
so
you
sweet.
will.
Like, she's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it was so funny how I met her. Do you know
Tell me.
this story? Okay. So Eduardo was asking if I wanted a beer,
Mm-hmm.
and she was at the bathroom, so she heard it. She heard like, Frida, do you want a beer? And she was like, yeah, I want a beer. But we were both replying at the same time. We were both like, yeah, I want a beer. So it was like, wait a second, are you a Frida too? There are two Fridas here. And it was like, oh my god. And then we saw each other, and we had like similar costumes, because it was, this costume party.
Oh, yeah.
And almost no one
Yeah.
was in costume, so we were like, and we even had like these nice costumes. So
Yeah.
and she was like, okay, I think you and me will be friends. And she was like trying to fix something in her hair, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna help you.
Aw, you just been a good
And I
friend,
was
huh?"
like, okay, let's take a picture together.
But that's exactly what I've been talking with her about. This with energy and what attracts people into your life, and the same detracts energy.
Yeah.
And because I bear a lot of issues. I think I talk about this every episode I have, but from not dealing with stuff when I was younger. So now I feel I have problems with sometimes controlling my impulses.
Okay.
But due to that fact, I just go cutthroat with being a nice guy, because when you're a nice guy and when you just convey this chill, I love you if you love me. It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that.
And then you have a friend.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's kind of my standpoint right now. I'm just, and that's why, because I talked about this the last show, that I just smile to strangers now. It's one of the new things I've done lately, and it just gives me
Great.
so much energy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And
to
I
do
love it. I love it. Oh, look, now she wrote to us.
Aww.
I'm going to translate. So for everybody out there, this is from Frida, our mutual friend. She's thanking us because we're talking about her and her amazing energy. And you are here with us in the studio, girl.
Yes.
So maybe I should have you both in the studio, and we should
Yeah.
just have an all-female
We
special in the
have
future,
to,
huh?
for sure.
Hashtag feminism.
No, hashtag. No, hashtag
No.
Las Fridas.
Oh, shit. Less Fridas?
Las Fridas.
Ah, Las Fridas.
Yeah.
You see, I heard less Fridas.
less
I'm like, No, more Fridas.
more
to the world.
Frida.
Huh?
Yeah, let's have her here.
We're
That would be
going to have
awesome.
the Frida special on
Yeah.
Barcelona City FM 107.3.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Oh my God, we have 6 minutes.
No.
Time flies when you're having a good time.
Yeah.
And you've been amazing.
It's been super fast.
Yeah, we did the Shameless, the gauntlet of the Fast 15. I exposed you a little bit. We've had a good time.
So much fun. Yeah.
So, do you want to plug anything? Say hi to relatives and friends, or check where can they check you on social media and all that.
For
important
sure.
stuff.
I think this is a time to
Plug yourself, so to
just
say.
do publicity stuff.
Yep. The poop doop.
Sell your business.
Sell yourself.
I'm pretty bad at that, but okay, let's do this. You can find my music, some songs I have, not very well produced. They're just like
No disclaimers now.
just like raw songs, but nice ones.
Your soul.
Yeah. There's actually one I recorded on the beach.
Okay.
I was vacation in Ibiza, and I was like in this very small and alone beach,
Well,
like lonely beach. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take my guitar, my computer, my headphones, my interface, and let's record something. And this song happened. So if you want to listen to it, it's on my SoundCloud, Frida Walala. You can find me there. You can find Frida Walala in everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Simple.
Simple.
Frida Walala.
Frida Walala.
Instagram,
Yeah.
SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. You know where to look her up.
Yeah.
And you should listen to her beach song, because I haven't heard it, but I'm pretty sure it's fucking great.
Yeah, well, I bet you heard it at the performance.
Then maybe I did.
Because we played that.
Oh, and
Actually, we played the El Camino. We played the single.
oh, you did?
It was the last song.
Oh, I can't. Oh my God. Then I probably heard it, but now I can't put my finger on it. But
No.
I gotta say again, I really, really liked what I heard. So keep playing, guys. Maybe I just pop up like a jack in a box with my saxophone. It's like, you ain't getting rid of me. And also, 4 minutes now, I just want to tell you people that I've been asked also, luckily enough, and I'm super, super honored by my lovely friend Carla and her partner Juan to join them and their band and their project. We're playing a show now, Sala Bikini, Saturday. So it's gonna be some covers, it's gonna be a good groove, and we're not gonna leave one untouched person in there. So bring your shit, get to Sala Bikini. I think it's on at 8 or something. I don't know, but if you check my Instagram and my Facebook, I will put on the information there as soon as I know more. And yeah, that was enough about me. You feel good?
I'm feeling great. We'll be there, by the way. We'll be
I
there.
know.
So
I saw you. And I appreciate that. You will be in the front row.
yeah.
And I'm gonna go crazy.
Clapping
I'm gonna go crazy during my saxophone solo.
Alex.
So this has been Shameless Exposure with Alex Lebron and Frida Walala, and 2 hours went by like nothing, people. I want to thank you so much for all of you out there who's been joining us during these 2 hours. And I want to thank you with a mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for being an amazing guest and that you wanted to come here and spend some time with me. Hopefully.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been such a great interview, great vibes, awesome music.
Tell me more.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is perfect.
Everything is just perfect.
So let's hear. What should we go up with? Give me a song. Something for the people out there to groove out with.
Okay, molasses, Hayus, Coyote.
Oh my God, spelling? I'm like, typo.
Molasses, you know.
Molasses.
Yeah.
As it sounds.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Molasses, double S.
Molasses. Okay, what's 2 O's there? Oh my God. I got fat fingers. Let's see here. Maybe everybody out there, like, God damn it, Alex, don't you know Molasses? And what was the name of the song?
Hiatus Coyote. Hiatus Coyote.
That was something else. We got Earl Sweetheart.
Well, we got a surprise song then.
Yeah? You good with the surprise song? Because I got 2 fast fingers. I was about to say fat fingers, but it was fast fingers, you know, Freudian slip.
So that's better.
So everyone out there, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a good 2 hours. Remember what you have to do next Thursday, 5 o'clock p.m. You need to tune in to Barcelona City FM 107.3 for some more Shameless Exposure. But until then, we are gonna leave you with Molasses and Earl Sweetheart featuring Rissa.
I don't know which song is that.
Have a good time, people. See you next week.
Mazda, ragged with the Contra, Phantom of the Opera, and I'm standing on a cop's truck, stacking for the long run, and bags packed roadside with the thumb out, toe tag, don't gag, spit your gum out. Nomadic chrome grabbing when it's danger. I'm a major born puppy holding flight like a hanger do. Knife to the trachea, spit, scabies in bed. The label don't like me, but they paid me a grip. And you see how his day going by the state of his wrist. Y'all niggas busy play doing, bet the baker came swinging like, what the fuck you saying? All that aiming and miss. Hey, I'ma fuck the freckles off your bitch.